Welcome to episode 15. It's time to get into Soul. At the very, very least, I should get the initial teleportation done. That way I can at least swap ships within the same sector, which would be really convenient. Looks like I've already got enough advanced electronics, so I only need the energy cells. Okay, let's buy energy cells then.
It appears some Terran technology was being used to research teleportation over long distances. If you could, please gather the required materials.
Joining squad.
Joining squad.
Entering system. Sol.
And here we are in Terran space, the birthplace of humanity, the Sol system, specifically Neptune, as Neptune is right there in the background. Now, to get around within Sol, you don't use jump gates, you use accelerators and superhighways. I'm going to see if I can test what happens when you go through the accelerator regarding your travel engines. I have a feeling accelerators are treated the same as jump gates.
Entering
the
Pluto.
travel engines are still active.
Entering Oort Cloud.
I think I'm going to set up a whole bunch of miners here in the Oort cloud. The Plutus Sentinel is a good miner because it has 11,500 cubic meters of solid storage, which is, I think, is the most of all the miners. If it's not, it's the most of all the miners except for really slow ones. Oh, wow. So the hull only costs $250,000. Let's see how expensive it is to make a working miner, though. Travel engine. All around. There's not going to be any combat in the Oort cloud, so they don't need a shield, but the internal shield is free, so we'll take that. Weapons, it's going to need a mining drill, Mark II, which supposedly gives better yield, I guess. For turrets, mining Mark I, twice. For software, docking 1. For crew, the more you have, the more you mine, for some reason. So now we're up to 638,000 credits. I will save the loadout. Huh. I still have the old Plutus miner. Oh yeah, hang on. Deployables. We're going to need a resource. Well, technically, I should lay the resource. I'll take a resource probe. I'll put one resource probe in the miner, but I'm going to put down a survey unit myself. Shouldn't need any weapons or nav beacons. I'll put a nav beacon in each one just in case I find something that I need to mark. No satellites. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, there's no combat in the Oort cloud. Plus, I think I can restrict them to only sell to the Terrans, which will help my standings too. I could probably give it a Mark II engine. That would make it at least go faster. Yeah, let's do that. And they'll all be done in 30 seconds. Wow, okay. Oh, check this out. If you click on the wharf, you can actually see station information under construction down here. I've never known about this. That's cool. Local auto mine, silicon, Oort cloud. Yeah, I better pick up a resource probe. Oort cloud is essentially beyond all the planets in our solar system, and you can see from the sun here on the screen that it's really far out. It's very dark sector. There's not much to see, but there's a lot of asteroids. So it's very good for mining, and there's no conch, which means your miners can mine in peace. And there's no real conflict at all. It's an incredibly good place to mine as long as you can sell what you mine. And you can, at least at first, sell to the Computronic substrate fabricators and the silicon carbide mill. Those are all fine, but eventually you'll saturate the market with what you're producing. And so you're going to want to set up an outpost here, and then you can sell what you produce from your outpost to the rest of Sol, which it will make a lot of money for a really long time. So first thing I'm going to do is deploy a resource survey unit. There we are. Next thing I have to figure out is where my miners are. Here they are. Making their way through Sigaris. Next thing I'm going to do is to tell these two traders. Wait, these aren't traders. This one is, but this one isn't. So this one needs to come back to here. Next, I'm going to set up a trade restriction for the diggers. Apparently didn't save the one I set up. It's right here, Terran only.
I have finished the teleportation research.
Alright.
I am yet to test it on a life form. Given that I am monitoring your life signs anyway, perhaps you could do the honors.
Trade rules, blacklists, trade restrictions versus trade rules. This is something that takes a little getting used to, trust me. But the trade rule is, I think, what I'm looking for. So the answer I got is that the trade rules are for stations and the trade blacklists are for ships. That means that if I want to keep my ships from trading with certain factions, put in a blacklist, a trade blacklist. If I want to keep my stations from selling to certain factions' ships, put in a trade rule, which is not a blacklist, it's a trade rule. So for some reason they are separated. So now I will go to the trade restrictions under blacklists and say Terran only. That will ensure that they sell to the Terran Computronic substrate fab and not the Pioneer one, which wouldn't do anything for my Terran standings now, would it? Hopefully, these other 4 miners will actually mimic the behavior of their leader. I don't know how well mimic works in terms of, things like rules and things. But, well, I guess we'll find out. Next thing for me to do is to set up a small trading outpost, just to set up a small mining outpost in the Oort cloud. So this is really all you need for like a bare minimum trading outpost for your miners. It's just a place to dock and a place to store the ore. I'm not going to build it quite yet because I don't really need it, but it's only going to cost $500,000. I'll probably add a large, like a pier for large ships as well, as soon as I get a blueprint for one. Hang on. Do I already have one? No, I've got this one. I don't need 3. I'll just use 1. Just noticed my sunlight's gone, so I increased the gain on my camera. They seem to be mining. That's good. Alright, Digger 3 is full. So he should be selling the ore to one of the Terran. So you see how it says order queue, default behavior, mimic commander's behavior. There really aren't any other options. So I guess it really does copy the commander. So I've got Digger 1 as the fleet leader, the fleet commander for my mining group, and 2, 3, 4, and 5 are just mimicking what 1 does. So if I click on 1, I can see all of this. Now, individual instructions, I do have the Terran only, but over here for, like, say 2, blacklists, it says use commander's setting, Terran only. There it is. So that does carry over. That's really nice. I have create trade fleet mod. So I should be able to use that, although I don't know how to use it. I'll have to take a look at how that works. All right, let's try this. So if that's the way it works, I've just read the description for create trade fleet, and I've got 4 ships assigned to this. So what I really could do now is say set up these 3 and remove orders and assignments, and if I say mimic commander's behavior, give the leader of the fleet the trade routine. Okay, so defend, attack, intercept, bombard, follow, mimic. I think it's just going to be mimic. Now, what I should also have 9 do is only trade with Terrans. Otherwise, it's going to include pioneers as well. Here we go. Trade restrictions, Terran only, for 10, 11, and 12. Hopefully they don't do the exact same trade, like exact trade. They should be just having the same behavior, but not actually doing literally the same trade. Meanwhile, I need to quick open up the rest of Sol, because let's face it, Neptune and Pluto aren't going to cut it.
Entering Uranus.
Wow, is there really only a couple stations in this sector?
Entering Saturn 1. Entering Titan. Entering Saturn 1. Entering Saturn 2. Entering Jupiter. Entering asteroid belt.
Terran security to Talati vessel. You are approaching Terran restricted space. Please divert your course.
This is Talati Trader Lucrative Investments to Terran Patrol. We are looking for mutual opportunities to make profits.
Lucrative investment.
We are not interested. We insist that you divert your course.
But we can surely achieve mutual benefit from...
Negative. We demand that you change course immediately.
Maybe we can persuade you with valuable information about...
We order you to change your course immediately, or we will be obliged to take measures to protect the safety and security of this system.
Okay. Changing course. The unrealized profits from this unfortunate loss of opportunity are split equally between each of us.
Yeah, so when you first come to Sol, you're not allowed to go everywhere. It seems the sectors I've uncovered so far, from Oort Cloud to Asteroid Belt, are accessible for everybody. But the inner solar system, Mars, and everything beyond that, are restricted. You have to have better standings, and then it opens up. Now watch what happens when I get close to the Mars accelerator.
Bukri. Unknown object.
Terran security to approaching vessel. You are approaching a restricted area. Please divert your course immediately.
Yep. They don't let you in. Although, I'm going to have to try something. First save. Because I may not survive this, or at least I'll get in trouble. But I just want to try it. What happens when you go through? What happens when you're not allowed and you go anyway? Here we are. It's all saved.
security to trespassing vessel. You are on a course to enter secure space. We insist that you change course immediately or face military action.
Yeah. So now I'm in Mars illegally.
Terran security to nearby patrols. We have a vessel in violation of secure space restrictions. You are cleared to engage.
Requesting immediate backup.
So they're pissed.
Suck vacuum.
Such language. But you know, I've been in sectors that I'm not allowed before, right? I mean, I've flown through xenon space successfully.
Entering.
It can be
Venus.
done. Venus. As you can see, Venus is right there in the background. I'm not sure why. I mean, story-wise, I can understand why Mars skips straight to Venus instead of Earth, but it is a bit strange that it kind of doubles back to get to Earth.
Entering.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Notably, they don't seem to be able to restrict access to the accelerators themselves. But they're still not going to want me doing it. Just trying to do this without... There we go.
Entering. Venus.
Here's the magic one, right here. Nobody's turned red for me. That's a little strange.
Terran security to approaching vessel. You are approaching a restricted area. Please divert your course immediately. Terran security to trespassing vessel. You are on course to enter secure space. We insist that you change course immediately or face military action.
Terran security to nearby patrols. We have a vessel in violation of secure space restrictions. You are cleared to engage.
The moon! Look, it's the moon! There's Earth in the distance. And I'm cruising towards the wrong superhighway. There we go. That's the right one. I'm coming for Earth, and you can't stop me.
Entering Earth.
Access denied. Achievement unlocked. Check it out. Yep. I expected a fight. I'm a little disappointed. Well, What's going on, actually? I mean, did it change my standings? Terran Protectorate. Well, it's going up. It's up to -5 now. Remember, I started at -15. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. But since I'm going to reload anyways, I really should see if they actually will fire on me.
False.
They don't seem to be particularly in a hurry to take action against me, do they?
Go away.
Entering the
Oh,
room.
now they are. Who's targeted me? Nobody's... Oh, there's some red. Finally.
Katana.
Yeah, alright. Now they're coming for me.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Terran security to nearby patrols. We have a vessel in violation of secure space restrictions. You are cleared to engage.
Requesting
Took 'em long
immediate
enough.
backup.
Check that out. They got an Asgard on me.
Entering Venus.
Well, they don't do a very good job of actually keeping intruders out. They just respond eventually when intruders show up, right?
Entering Mars.
Where am I supposed to go? Oh, there it is. I'm just going to run a little test here to see if they stay mad at me after I've done all that. So I'm not supposed to be in Mars either. But it is curious that only certain ships are targeting me. But you know, I guess that's fine. That's fine.
Terran security to nearby patrols. We have a vessel in violation of secure space restrictions. You are cleared to engage.
Requesting immediate backup.
That's quite a few ships. Alright, let's approach this from behind then. Oh shit. I hit a knife edge. Try this.
Get space.
There we are.
Entering asteroid belt.
Yeah, they don't seem too upset with me now that I've left. Here I am amongst their fleet. Let me check my reputation. Terran Protectorate -3. Yeah, they seem even more happy with me than before. Oh, wait. Scratch that. They're still mad. My mistake. Alright.
You're pathetic.
Incoming missile.
Alright. I'll reload. That was fun. So they do stay mad at you. I'm not sure how long that lasts. It might be temporary. It doesn't seem to be a faction reputation thing. It seems to be more like a temporary reputation loss, even though I don't remember. I didn't happen to notice a notification of temporary loss of standings. But yeah. Yeah, they don't let you in. Well, that was quite the adventure. We got trading and mining and explored the entire thing. Well, unofficially. And now I should be able to get going with the Soul storyline, which has a very, very, very nice prize at the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.